Lucky for me, a day or two after I got to Calgary, the smoke cleared and never came back. So I cleaned my van and got to work with my new sales guy. But things were not so easy. In fact, they got quite difficult. So we're just walking, me and my sales guy are walking in this new area, and I have to say it is quite difficult to get sales right now. This is definitely the worst time of the year, and even my sales guy is not having the easiest time. He's an amazing sales guy, but it's really difficult to get in sales, which means that if I did this on my own, I would not fare as well, for sure. I would probably really struggle. I feel like I made a good decision to come to Calgary, but you know, in general, it's just not very easy right now.
This is Rockcliffe Grove. Oh, we want Rockcliffe Heights.
So we had to get very strategic about which areas we worked in and follow up on every single lead.
She had kids running around. She was busy. All these houses kind of look alike.
Oh, they're pretty different from each other.
Okay, let me just run out. I'll go embarrass myself at a couple of those.
Okay. So he would get me jobs, and I would clean them. But after doing this for 4.5 months straight, the fatigue was starting to catch up to me. It was getting harder and harder to clean houses, and to add to the fatigue was the boredom, and even worse, the loneliness. So it's 11:30 p.m. in Calgary, and it's raining hard tonight. I can hear the rain smashing against the roof of my van, and I'm lying in the back of my van, parked just outside the gym, where I had a shower and brushed my teeth, and I have like an hour to kill and nowhere to go, and I don't really want to go to sleep. So I'm basically here just using their Wi-Fi and watching YouTube on my phone. Why? Because I have nothing else to do. Then the weather started getting colder and wetter, and I got a little sick. We're in the middle of September and nights are getting cold, so I have quite a sore throat. So I'm in the search of salt so I can gargle salt water and sort of take care of my throat. Kosher salt. Very important when you're Jewish. But I ended up getting the non-kosher salt because it was $1 cheaper.
Okay, so you're going from here, then you're gonna go... So I'm gonna probably be away from you again, if maybe you...
My throat is so painful, it hurts to even swallow my own spit. Oh my god. But I just had to push through the sickness and keep on cleaning, while my sales guy kept knocking and calling up leads to try to close them. No eran buenas esas épocas. A few days later, this happened. So I did something really stupid and kind of embarrassing. I ran out of gas. This is unreal. This is the first time I've ever had this. Literally, the car ran out of gas. What I learned about this van is that when the gas light comes up, I can actually take it quite far. And since then, I've been getting more and more complacent and kind of getting lazy about gassing it up when the light comes on.
There's still some overlap between the needle and the slash below the E.
How low are you gonna go?
Oh, I've been in the slash many times. This is nothing. You'll get used to it. Just put it out of your mind.
Is it just the angle I'm looking from?
No, sir. We are down there.
So I actually was going towards a gas station right now. I dropped off my sales guy after a long day of work, and I was literally going towards a gas station. And just as I was at the top of a big hill, I felt the engine shut down, and then the power steering went out, and the power brakes went out.
Oh, this is amazing. Oh, I never felt so alive.
I pushed really hard on the brake and then slowly tried to veer the van to the safest spot that I could find, which is this triangular spot between two on-ramps going onto a main highway here in Calgary called Deerfoot. So I called roadside assistance, told him I was kind of embarrassed, but this is what happened. I need gas. This is, you know, my fun night after a long, hard day at work, thanks to my stupidity. So the adventures of Van Man continue. An hour later, roadside assistance came and gassed me up, just enough to get to the closest gas station. Next day, it started to snow. And I didn't have anything else to do. So I did laundry. Thankfully, my friends offered me to crash on their couch, and very conveniently, right next to the laundromat, was a liquor store, so I could get us beers. It's 14th of September, and it is cold, wet, and miserable here in Calgary. Last night it dropped below zero. It was really cold, so two good friends of mine offered me to crash at their place. So I'm really grateful for that. Today, no work, so I'm just going to be spending the entire day hopping between coffee shops, doing my thing, and kind of just enjoying the day. And for dinner, I would eat at my favorite Middle Eastern restaurant every night. Literally every night. This is my first night back in the van after crashing my friend's house for 3 nights in a row. It's not as cold tonight as it was last night or the night before, but it's still pretty cold. It's about 0 degrees right now. So I'm sleeping in my clothes, inside a sleeping bag that's inside another sleeping bag, and I'm actually pretty toasty and warm. So I think I'll be alright for tonight. Good night. Oh man.